Oh,
All right now. All right now. People, we are here. We are here, people. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. This is the official news channel of the gig economy. We got to clear the air up right now. We had some miscommunications going on earlier, and it caused a little bit of chaos and turmoil and things like that. But we are here. I see my man Torp has been in the comment section here. He's been in here saying everything that's going. It's getting somewhere now. So now that we are here, Sam Lee is in the house. He says, "What's up, Sam Lee? What's up, Camry Knight? One of the biggest supporters of Hot Facts right now. What's up, my main man? So right now, my man Torp already put up less than 30 minutes, and I am up in there. He does have the link. I did send him the link. I am not. You know what? Good. Let's get some more people up in here. I want everybody to hit those thumbs. We got 10 people here. Go ahead and hit those thumbs. Let's go ahead and get this going. You guys saw the live that happened earlier, and we're clearing out the air. My man Torp is going to be here. Scooter Bud, what's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping on in. Thank you for stopping on in. My man Torp does have that link right there. Where's the link, Torp? I'm going to put it up for you right now. My man is in the building. Torpedo is in the building. Let's go ahead and get this started for you, Torp. Let me go ahead and drop this link. Let me go ahead and drop this link for you, Torp. And for those of you who don't know how Hot Facts with Robert Reese interviews go, this is a solo interview. There will not be people coming in here, jumping in and doing this and that. This is a solo interview, and this is the interview that is highly anticipated. Okay, highly anticipated. Let's go ahead and hit that there. Dropping this link for you right now. We got 16 people in here. Let's go ahead and make sure we got 16 likes up there. Torpedo, there is the link. Scooter Bud, hello. Kevin from New Orleans. Okay, Scooter Bud is from New Orleans. Put a cracker on that, dude. Put a cracker on that, dude. Everybody knows that if you are in the bayou, they don't have counties, they have parishes there, and you got to have the Holy Trinity there, people. If you don't know what that is, go learn about some cooking. You got to have that when you're starting your roux and doing all that stuff up there. George John, what's up, my man, George John? Torpedo, the link is there. He said, where's the link? The link is there, Torp. Make sure you go ahead and click that thing. Roy will be lame. Trolls in here already. Maverick in here. Torp, the link is there. Let me put your comment up there. Bam, there's your comment there, Torp. And here is the link right here. New comment. Let me see. Ricky Knight, what's up, my man, Ricky Knight? All right, Torp. The link is there. Bam, here he is. The man, the myth, and the legend. The man, the myth, and the legend. Let me go ahead and click this. Let me make sure I see him. There he is. There he is there. Let me add to stream here. What's up, Torpedo?
What's
Let me
up?
let me see.
Well,
I got you
I
in
know
there.
what's up.
Well,
I know
oh
what's
oh
up.
yeah. Oh yeah. Now, for those of you who know how Hot Facts get down on my interviews, okay, before I start an interview, I have to go ahead and give an introduction to the person that is going to be interviewed, and I have to introduce them. I'm going to do an introduction for my man right here. But before we get started with that, people, you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I am the official news channel of the gig economy. Hot Facts stands for the truth. It stands for the truth behind what you stand for. If you cannot stand for what you say, it's not factual and you don't believe in yourself. So Hot Facts comes from you and we bring it out there. When you're on Hot Facts, everything goes, okay, as far as you yourself. Now, let me go ahead and get this intro done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have someone that has been in the YouTube game for many, many, many years. And when I mean many, many years, I've seen videos from 15 years ago. My man probably has the most trolls, the most haters out there on YouTube that I have seen. My man says it like it is and not what it was. He tells you how he feels. He does not care about if you think about how he feels. He says what's on his mind and he lets you know about it all the time. My man comes in from Kentucky, the bluegrass state, if I'm not mistaken. So he comes from there and he's bringing it in. People, the home of Colonel Sanders and pressure cooked chicken. I give to you the man, the myth, and the legend, Torpino, Mr. Torp. How you doing today, man?
What am I going to say after that? Of course, I feel good. That was a nice
All
intro. Thank
right.
you.
Hey, well, everybody gets an intro. I do it with everyone. Before we get into the what you like to say, the meat and potatoes in your videos, um, let's go ahead and clear the air right now, people. There was a miscommunication earlier with the lie that happened earlier. There was a thumbs up that happened that I took as the okay and the agreement. Um, we were not able to communicate with each other like that, but that's why people we must communicate so certain things don't happen. We're gonna exchange phone numbers there, and as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get this banner up right now. For those of you who would like to book an interview, this is the same phone number that Torpino is going to get himself. Um, this goes up there. That's my email address there on that scroll. That's the phone number there on how you can get in contact for emails and to book interviews and everything else like that. But even though there was confusion and miscommunication there, I'll let you know what it really did prove. There was some things going on months ago saying that Revolution and Robert Reese, we document people and things like that. With that miscommunication right there, that should let you know that no one doxes anyone because I was not able to get in contact with my man Torp. So that should cut and shut all that stuff up and don't ever bring it up again. Fair enough, Torp?
Well, you just saved everybody 10 minutes of their life by explaining that the way that you did, because I was going to say that. Done.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Thank you for coming in and sitting down. I appreciate you being on here. Uh this is the first interview, maybe of many here with Hot Facts. Before we get right into it, Torp, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people out there that may not know who you are. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I can do that. The way I'm going to introduce myself is only going to be based on my cyber world. When I started off doing this, I started off with eBay. It was an eBay boycott back in the early 2000s when YouTube was yet some small thing on Windows 98 that you could access and watch these crazy videos where there was no censorship, there was no flags, nobody got deleted, there was nothing. We didn't have AdSense either. Nobody was running ads. I started off there. And then when I came up and realized what was going on, I realized I have a voice too. Not everybody's going to like what I have to say, but some will. And when I got to that point, I realized, like you yourself, that there are people that are interested in what you have to say. Whether they like it or not, they're still interested in what you're saying. And when that hit me, that's when I really got involved. And when I got involved, it went from an eBay boycott to the worst drama that your viewers, but some of mine already know. It got real. Towards about a 4 year span, it went from fun and jokes to dropping docs, getting people fired, the FBI getting called. You fucking name it, dude. It was really bad. Okay. Well, not only did my trolls, which some of you guys think are new ones, no. There are old ones. I might have some new ones. That'd be a first. But as that transpires, you realize something. You're getting to people. When you piss people off, and that's why I'm here. When you piss people off, that means you're hitting a nerve, something they don't want talked about, something they don't want exposed, something they don't like. And I realized I had a gift. My wife always asks me to this day, why do you like that? People are so negative. I'm like, yes. And I point out the negative. It makes me feel better. For better or worse, it makes me feel better. And it kind of mentally gets me off because I'm like everybody else, because nobody would be running a YouTube channel if they didn't want clicks, if they didn't want attention. We all do it for that reason. There's no other reason to be here other than to talk to yourself. You don't need YouTube to talk to yourself. You can use your camera and play it back. We're all here to see what other people's responses are. And I found out that I was really good at that. So as I transpired, I stopped because it got so ugly. And I remembered one thing that brought me back to this community, which was there are people out there that can have a civilized conversation, even knowing they're being plugged for being silly, stupid, retarded, troll, whatever, like Flex would say. Everybody's a troll that doesn't agree with him. I'm going to stop right there. So as I transpired, I realized these things, but I realized I had a place in it. I have a
Okay.
big place in it. And that's why I am Torp. That's me. That's that you just got the real thing.
Okay, man. That is a lot right there. Now you've been around a lot. You've been around to hear the verbiage change off of everything. By me watching your stuff, I came across the term channel branching and things like that, and I was like, yeah, that's an old school term right there. It's channel branching and everything else like that. Now you are in the gig world now. For those of you who don't know, Torp does go and drive. He drives for DoorDash, and he is a delivery man also. Let the people know how long you've been driving for, and what made you get into the driving itself.
Cool. I've been driving for 2 years. This August, I believe. That's when I cut my W-2 off. Uh, I've been driving for about 2 years, and what got me into it was I worked for a company for 23 years. And the only reason I'm not going to use their name is because I have a 23-year resume in excellent standing from a manufacturing company, which stands. I can use it anytime I want. So I'm going to leave that in good standing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say this about the W-2, I got tired. And that's what kind of intrigued me to this whole YouTube community about the different sides of this story, is that the W-2, I love hearing other people talk about it because I lived it too. But I lived it for 23 years at one company. I was never treated like a human being. I was never seeing anything that was going to mount up to anything that would take me beyond. This is it. Until you retire, this is it. I don't want that. I can't stand the idea of that. We are all going to die, and I don't want to live my life till I'm 70 or 75 when I feel like it's going to be about it for me. I don't want to get to that point and say, I didn't live, I survived. So when I saw DoorDash come up, I was like, wait a minute, new experiences every day, and my income is up to me? It has nothing to do with an assistant manager, a manager, a CEO. No corporate bullshit, no corporate games, except for what we have to deal with on the app. Amen. But other than that, you're out there doing you. That's what appealed to me about DoorDash.
Man, so you're in you're in Kentucky. Everyone knows I'm in California. The market is that different. You are in Kentucky, and I do believe you're in a town, correct? You're in a town or a city.
City.
Okay. All right. So in your city and in your market where you are, there's 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 things that don't work right, but in your area, shopping pay orders work very, very well for you in a way to where it's baffling on how many shopping pay orders you actually do receive in a week. Now, I would like for you to elaborate with that with the people. How is it that you came to figure out that the shopping orders are the best ones in your area? And how not doing the other programs, the pizza programs, and all the other ones don't make sense because shopping pay makes more sense for you. Go ahead and elaborate on that.
You wasn't lying. You're keeping it real. I like that. That's why you still have me here. The shop and deliver came up to me and bit me on the ass. I couldn't stand it. I'm not shopping. I'm not a woman. I'm not shopping. I'm not doing woman's work. I don't want to meet people. I just want to get the job done. Picking up a bag and taking it somewhere. Boom, done. I'm not shopping. I finally tried it. I was like, fuck it, it's slow. So I tried it. Man, that app fucked me up, dude. That fucked me up hard. I'd never done it before. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't know anything about Wi Fi, nothing about in store Wi Fi. And that's when they got it working right. So I'm losing signal, dude. Shit's going wrong. I can't scan a fucking item. I don't know what the hell to do. My first honest signs came from Shop and Deliver. What a nightmare it was. But when I got into it and I said to myself, dude, you're supposed to be an independent contractor. You're supposed to be able to figure fucking things out for yourself. Nobody's babysitting you. Nobody's holding your hand. You go in, you get it done, or you don't. I'm like, well, I don't know how to get it done. The app's no help. So I kept going and going. I was like, fuck you. When you tell me I'm wrong, that's when I start rolling. And I started rolling and got it right. And I really got it right. I fucking kicked it. And I was like, fuck, this is fun. This is actually fun. It's like a carnival game. It's like, can you find the items? And can you do this? Can you pack it up right? Can you get the customer? Can you watch the timer? Can you get all these things done and get paid? I'm like, go fuck yourself. It's already done. Quit asking me questions. And that's my mentality at that point. So after I pulled all that off, I noticed they started sending me emails. You are prioritized for shop and deliver, which, by the way, this is a good thing. And then I noticed that they had this Top Dasher beta program. I was like, what the fuck, if anything, is that? Well, they still send me your Top Dasher for the month, but we all know it's 1 week. So I was like, this actually kicks ass. I'm actually getting real benefits from doing this. Not talked about benefits, but visual in my fucking bank account benefits. I'm like, this doesn't only pay better. And everybody's like, what if it's 23 items for $10? It's like, well, how good are you? Can you go into that store? Do you know that store? Can you get those 23 items in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Don't fuck around, get it done. Because that's better than waiting at a fucking restaurant for 20 minutes and the customer's going to be pissed off. I've noticed this about shop and delivers. Customers don't get pissed off unless you jack it up, but time is never an issue. They realize you got to fucking pack it up. You got to shop it. You got to pay for it. You got to ask employees 90% of the time where something is or if it's still even available. I'm like, this is for me. I like this. It's challenging me. I like to be challenged. I brain fucking dead on the regular food orders. I'm like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You get in this click and you're like going and going and it's fine and it's easy. But man, I love it. Walking around the store, fucking, it's a game, but it's a fun game. It's one I want to win. I hope I answered your question.
Well, yes, you sure did. And on top of that, you said you get to move around. There's a lot of people who are sedentary and they're sitting down most of the time. At least when you're doing the shopping orders, you're able to stretch your legs. You're able to move around, do some things like that. But more importantly, there's something that you said there. You said that I found out from the food part when you're doing the shopping pay and the groceries, people are more reasonable. The customers are more reasonable when it comes to time and everything else because they know what it is when you go in there and shop rather than they think you're just going in there to pick up some food. So you said I get to go in there, and if I go in there and get it done fast and I get it to them quicker than what they thought, that's a bonus for me. And obviously, DoorDash has paid attention to that. So they are giving you more of those. Now, with those, I do understand that you can log in whenever you want. You're a top dasher because of the shop and pay orders. So you get to log in whenever you want. My thing is for you, since you get so many, you get about, it seems like 15 to 20 in a week or something like that. How many are coming from the same store? Or how many or is it in your city, you're getting them all over the place? Let me know about that.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good man. You wasn't lying when you said you're gonna have some real questions. I like this. When I first started doing shop and delivers, I literally did not know where they were going to come from. That's a given. Hands up, given. I didn't know how it worked. So I noticed that when I went to one store the first time, and apparently it was successful, I got another one from them. And then as that went up, I started getting them from other ones. I was like, whoa, 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 what is going? Where are they shopping delivers? This is wonderful. 17.95, 3 miles, you know, 9.95, one item for a mile to a hotel. Fuck yeah, I'm on the street. I was like, God, this is way, way more lucrative than waiting for a banger. I'm not making fun of banger. That's a real thing. But I'm like, that's the mentality I have is like, where's my banger at? Like, well, you ain't got to wait for a banger if you got shop and deliver. They're all, yeah, all's a strong word. 70, 85% are what we in this community would call bangers, something over 10, but more importantly, over 15. And then every once in a while, the over 20s. And ever since I started picking up on that math, I was like, wait a minute, this is better. So I kept doing it, got all the perks you were talking about. Now I'm getting Macy's. Now I'm getting these big dollar stores delivering 2 small packages for $57. I told Mr. Rev about that. And I'm like, dude, I'm at 30% AR.
Now check this out. Now your AR at 30%. This is where I would like for you people out there to know, people that are out there driving and trying to get this thing done. You can have a 30% AR if your shopping orders are getting done like his. His AR does not have nothing to do about what they're sending him when it's time to go ahead and get these shop and pay orders. He can decline any food order because he knows he's going to get the shop and pay orders. And he stays with that rating there at 30%, and it doesn't affect him because he gets the shopping done so fast and more efficient that they don't care about that. He is on the shopping pay program, is what I would call that. He's on a shopping pay program. He's not on the LOP, but on a shopping pay order, they're large orders also. You can be going in there getting the works out of there, and you're only going like a mile and a half, and you're getting paid $22. When if you're doing food, someone will say, "Well, they gave me a large order. It was 4 combo meals and something else. I got paid $18," and they're going to say, "I got that because I'm on a large order program." Well, his ratings don't matter at all because as long as he's shopping and paying like that, they're going to let him have that 30%. Okay. Um, that's that there. Good work on that. Now you said you're in Macy's, you're in some of the big box stores. Can you name some of the other big box stores that you're in picking up these orders from?
We got a place called Home. That's actually what it's called, is Home. They have, like, indoor, outdoor furniture. You get the point. Big
Mm-hmm.
place. What Walmart used to be before it became super. Pretty decent sized place. Uh, uh, what the hell's the name of that place that's always got the perfumes, the really expensive Sephora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I almost fucked that. Sephora and well, we already talked about Macy's, but some others too. It's hard for me. It's like names. I have a hard time with names, but it just
But
keeps
you're all right.
picking
So
up.
you're in
It's been
department stores
snowballing,
though.
huh?
Yeah, you're in department stores though. You're going to more department stores,
Yeah,
I would say,
yeah.
and are you hitting electronic stores also? You know, like
No,
Best
not one.
Buys or any of those?
No, and that's weird too because I see it in my emails a lot of the but you know how DoorDash is, but they show you the emails where new merchants are being picked up. No, I have not seen one electronic. No, no.
Okay. All right. Now, we're into the dashing. I know some people want to know. They want to know. Well, what's he know about dashing, and what's he know about this? Well, people, we went over his dashing right now and what he does, and that's what he does with his that dashing. He's not doing all the other stuff. Now, do you have any other apps though? Do you have any other apps that you use, or is it all just DoorDash 1,000%?
1,000 home skillet.
Okay, so people, he's only doing DoorDash, so there's no dirty apping. There's no multiple phones. You have multiple phones for DoorDash or just one? Go ahead
One,
and clear that one up. One
one.
phone, people.
What? Wait a minute.
He's
Wait. Whoa.
in
Whoa.
and
Whoa. 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 What do you mean clear it up? Clear what
well,
up?
there's people out there that think that everyone that drives they use two phones. So we got to clear
Oh,
up that you're using one phone to go out there and dash, and you're focused on the shop and pay orders because
well,
that's what's paying you.
I gotta say something right there. With all the people in this gig community that think that they're the bomb.com and they got all the answers, and they're talking about double phones like Dashing Trader, and I will say what I want in this live. When Dashing Trader does it, he's setting that stream. If you're that good, you don't need two phones. If you're that good, you don't need the multi app. You don't need the dirty app if you're that good. And I know what a lot of people will say about that. No, 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 no. My market's different. It's flooded. It's like, yeah, but the ones that are top dashers, like Mr. Rev, he doesn't have to give a shit how flooded his market is. He's still going to get those fucking orders because he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's going to get the orders. It doesn't matter how flooded your market is. You say, it's too flooded, it's saturated. People like Sarah Elizabeth, I love her to death. I swear to God, I do. But she gets it wrong. The message is missing one piece. She's talking about a low acceptance rate working, but she's always bitching about not being able to dash when she wants. Do you know why? Because she's doing it wrong in her market. If you know you got to be more competitive, then do it. If you got to accept the 475 for 2 miles, which I only do when I know that the slow times are there. I mean, the slow times. Yeah, I'll pick one up to keep that AR up a little bit because I've noticed something in my market. 20 to 40% is the bomb bait. I go over 40 and they start sending me the garbage. because they know I'm trying to fight for the 50 to get the diamond. In my market, the diamond ain't nothing but what I'm getting now. The difference is I don't have to worry about declining those little fuckers. I just decline them. It's like, go away. Stop it. And the next thing you know, I get 3 in a row. Shop and deliver. It's always those that come in clutch.
Now, with you doing the shopping pay orders, are they? You do get diamond offers with the shopping pays, right? You do see those, right?
Yep, without the diamond logo.
Oh, all right, all right. I got what you're saying. You're saying I'm getting the diamond orders, but my ratings are at where they are, so they don't put a diamond actually buy it, but you know it's a diamond order because you've done diamond orders before. Correct?
Correct. That's my market only.
Okay.
My car
Okay, that's
only.
your
My phone only.
Yep, that's your market only. Now you did mention the Rev. We'll get into the Rev in just a little bit. You do know in the live earlier, Real Talk with Roy
He's
came
pissed
in,
at me. I know. He's pissed at me. I know.
voiced himself. Now, I got to ask a question because I do know you guys had a back and forth, and it was going on about, what does Roy know about driving still since he's at the Domino's and everything else like that. Now, Roy's done about 15,000 or so uh, gig rides, and I would just like to know from you or ask you this: does any of those rights count when it comes for him giving his opinion, or do you think that he's already done it and he's passed and it doesn't count anymore because it's a new time?
Dude, you fucking keep nailing it. I wish somebody else would have asked me that same question. It's simple. What is the one thing, the one DNA stream of this gig community that you hear on a nonstop basis in a rotating circle? Everybody argues about it. Acceptance rate. This rate, that rating, this rating, that rating, this rating. All the app glitches. Non-stop app glitches. Updates. App updates. New policies. New rules. New regulations. New programs. New everything every day you wake up. New videos posted on YouTube. New information. Somebody sharing what they're doing. Somebody coming into your face and allowing you to listen to them because they made the video. Their opinion, what they've been through, how bad it is, how good it is, on a daily basis. Not a monthly, not a weekly, daily. Every day, something changes. So when somebody tells me, and I'm going to elaborate on what you said, Mr. Reese, I'm not going to correct you. I'm going to elaborate on what you said. It's not about how many deliveries. It's not about 10,000, 20,000. Congratulations. It's not about that. It's about the fact that anybody that fucking works in the gig community, or especially dashes, because that's about 90% of this community is dashing, we all know this one theme in common. It changes daily, sometimes a few times in the same day. We've all seen it. Glitch, 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 update, update, update. Different customers, different restaurants, new one opens up, shop and deliver, pizza program, large order program. Something's always different. So how in the fuck can somebody tell me they got 50 million deliveries months ago and tell me that I'm supposed to understand or agree with the fuck anything they're saying about what's happening today?
I got you. It's kind of like it's repetition. You know what I mean? You stop your reps, and you trying to get in the game. But what you were practicing, they already changed that rule up. So you're saying you got to learn the new rule to be able to get in this game again. I got what you're saying there. Now, I do know this also, since we're on Roy, I'm gonna mosey on into the Lions Den, the lounge. They had you over there. I felt that it was I felt that the lounge and the Lions Den was all like it was like a gang. It was like a gang thing that whenever you tried to say something like right now, we're I'm asking you the questions, you're able to answer them. But when you appeared on there, it seems like every question that came your way, it seems like they were jumping on you and trying to switch up everything that you were saying. I would like to know here on Hot Facts, how did that make you feel, going on there, going on in there humble, trying to be nice with everyone, and then they just jumped on you um with the N-word thing, and you didn't that wasn't, I didn't think nothing of it because his name is Necro, and anyone can say it, Necro, anyone can say it like that. How did it feel though going on there and having that happen to you, and then going back on there again and having it happen? Now you don't support the lounge like that, but how did that make you feel going into a channel where they say they support people, you can get on there and talk, and then they did you like that? Explain, take me through your mind on all of that.
Nice. Man, you are not a letdown. I'll give you that. You're not a letdown. I didn't know where this night was going to go. And at this point, you better damn sure make this one public after it's over. I respect somebody that actually does it right. When I first popped up to the lounge, of course, I didn't know what the fuck, if anything, to expect. Zero. The one thing I knew about Flex was he was a smooth guy. Very smooth. I liked that. That was nice. It was refreshing. He wasn't Pedro. We're not going to talk about that right now. So I'm listening to Flex. He's like smooth. He's not worried about contract violations. He's not worried about anything. He's like, he's got an answer. Pop, 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 pop. Everything's cool. I was like, fuck yeah. I'd like to be like that on the road. Cool. Not worried about contract violations, customer ratings, all this other shit. LOP, easy to get. Just keep calling. Laugh out loud. So I made one statement in the lounge. And I did say this. I'm going to say this for the record because you know where I'm coming from. And this will be not edited. If it is, I don't give a fuck about any of this. I said Necro because I thought that's how it was pronounced. They thought I was saying the N word. And what I mean by they is Flex. He started the whole flame. He fanned that motherfucker. He fanned it hard. He must have been freezing cold. He fanned that fame so fucking hard. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. No, I've told you over and over again. I mispronounced it or I didn't know how it was spelled. I was like, God damn, how far is this going to go? I told you, man, Rev. I was like, dude, and here comes a secret you guys don't know about. And it's okay for me to say it. I'm glad that Rev, see, this is why I trust the Rev. He may not be happy with me, and that's all good. I get it. He's got his emotions too, just like I do. We'll figure it out somewhere along the road. But I told him, I was like, dude, not only am I Italian, a lot of people, well, what's wrong? They just got nothing to do with being black. It's like, yeah, but guess what? I got 3 sisters. I got a whole lot of black men in my family. My sisters like black men. They got married. They had babies. I am an uncle of a lot of PC, interracially mixed.
I'll say it. Say it. You are an uncle of a lot of black babies. I'll go ahead
You
and say
got
it so
that
it don't.
right,
So
brother. You got
go
that
ahead.
right. So Flex has
Go ahead.
pissed me off. Flex pissed me off so bad were trying to harp on this stupid mispronunciation of a fucking name. And I found out later it was a channel name, which pisses me off even more. It's not like I disrespected Alex. I said a fucking name wrong. Flex went with that for a country goddamn mile. He never let it go. Tried to correct me 100 fucking times like I was his fucking redheaded stepchild. That's what pissed me off, and that's why I'm still here. I'm sick and tired, have been for a long time, of listening to people that fucking manipulate shit to get their way. You can hear them stomping their feet like little 5-year-olds. I watch the lounge, I get sick with Roy. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach. People like that need to be pointed out. I was bullied in high school because I said my mind. I'm going to say my mind again. Fuck bullies.
Mm. Dang, that's how you feel, people. I said, let me know how you feel, and he let me know how he feels. But I'm gonna go ahead and make you smile a little bit. There's one of your videos that I was looking at the other day, and you look like a young Joe DiMaggio. So go ahead and take that in. You look like a young Joe DiMaggio about 15 years ago. You were sitting up there, and I was like, look at Torp back in the day. So I wanted to let you know you got some Joe DiMaggio in you. So for those of you youngsters who don't know, it was 56 games. He was hitting baseballs and knocking them in and doing his thing. Now we got into the lounge right there. Now there's a couple of people on the lounge who I want to get into with you. Uh, so you can let me elaborate on. We know that there's Southern Gig or Gator Country, whatever his new name is now. Um, we have a treaty, so if you notice, there hasn't been no Reese talk coming out of his mouth. It's been a lot of agreeing and things like that, which is a good thing. I don't know if he's trolling me because he can troll and hide that, but I don't think that's happening. I know you feel a certain way about Southern Gig, and there's a gentleman over there who has said some of the most disrespectful things to you. I call him bystander number one. I will not say his name. You know who he is. I call him
Yeah.
bystander number one in the movies, in the credits. He's bystander number one. This guy here, he's a one-trick pony, and he likes to ride that to be as harsh as he can. But I do believe that he fears you. First, I want you to go into the Southern Gig, how you feel about Southern Gig, and then you can mosey right on into bystander number one. You know which one I'm talking about. The guy
Yeah,
who
yeah.
was digging people up. Yeah, mosey on into him. Start with Southern Gig.
Huh. Well, I said my video before this happened. I made a video helping people on my part of the community, whatever you want to call it, over here. I did do that because I wanted to make sure people knew that I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if it was a setup because even the Rev and you, to a very tiny, small point, made it seem like a setup. And I'm like, I don't understand the setup. So I already covered that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to put this. I usually don't have a problem with words, but my gut instinct is to run and just do something else. That's my gut instinct. But watching Southern Gig changed my mind. Never going to get to it. I know it. That was the longest intro I've ever had, so don't bust me up, people. But Southern Gig, he is really smart. All right. He is. He's really smart. What pissed me off about him was that he trolled me. Okay. I guess people think that I'm in Linda or left Linda, whatever the hell it's called. I'm like just somewhere else in the mind. But Southern Gig actually trolled me because he started leaving comments that I couldn't reply to. There was no reply tab. And then he kept on saying that I blocked him. I started losing respect for him at that point because he's so smart. I'm like, why are you trolling me this way? This is a stupid way for me to call you out. I'm not even gonna, and I mentioned it in the video, but I never called him out. I'm like, he really started getting on my nerves. I'm like, when he's in the lounge, he was writing shotgun. And then Roy came along, he started writing bitch. I didn't get that because, man, Bobby is leaps and bounds over Roy. Leaps and bounds. That's just my personal opinion. And I didn't actually hate Roy. You were talking about this, we'll get to it. But with Southern Gig, and then he changes his channel name. And I'm like, I'm supposed to keep up with this? And his comment was kind of like to the effect of, I got nothing to do with any of this. I'm like, what do you mean you don't got nothing to do with any of this? You're on the lounge every night. Every single night you're on the lounge. What do you mean you have nothing to do with this? I'm supposed to listen to his comment like that and take him seriously. That'd be like me being on the live with you tonight and telling people later on, I can't stand Robert Reese. You'll watch how that's edited later. Oh, God, whatever. But I can't stand Robert Reese. He's a bad guy. He doesn't do the news. He's doing this wrong. He's doing that wrong. Everything's wrong with him. Everybody like, wait a minute, didn't you not just do a live with him and have a simple conversation and actually keep it real? That's how bad I would look if I did what the fuck Roy was doing. Southern Gig is
Okay.
right on his coattails. And
Okay.
it pisses me off. Not with Roy, but it does with Bobby. Bobby's got game. I don't know what the fuck, if anything, he's doing other than what he should be doing, which is being a solo act and keeping it real with himself and his audience. He doesn't need to ride coattails. He doesn't need flex. Flex is a bonus. But
I'll
Bobby
tell
should
you
be on
this.
his own.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, on the Social Blade and checking out Southern Gig stats, he is averaging on his own channel about 135 views a day. He appears on the lounge. They get the 300 something for the live show, but those people think that those views are going into them when it's not going onto their channel. And I do feel that Bobby should start doing more things on his own. He does a lot of shorts that make sense. He's just not marketing them out the right way and putting them out there the right way. I think if he did more of that, he can branch off and actually get his own thing going over there. I think he can start up a team over in the Bayou in Louisiana, over there, and get his thing going. I think he can do that. But we'll have to wait until the future to see how that plays out. Now, bystander number one, I'm gonna call him bystander number one and number two, like thing one and thing two. This guy, to me, I can't stand his guts. I can't stand the guy. Um, if if he was standing right next to me and he wasn't paying attention and the car was gonna hit him, I'll probably pick up the paper on the floor. I don't like the guy at all. I do believe this guy is afraid of you, and myself, I don't think he wants to go to blows with you, mouth to mouth, word for word, because I think you'll mop the floor with him. Especially if you are allowed to speak your mind. Let me know how you feel about this guy, and just yeah, go ahead. The floor is yours. Take your time. Cook this dude slow and easy.
Huh. I don't know, man. It's either like you can read my mind or you know what's on it. I guess that's the same thing.
This is
Um,
what I do, Torp. This is what I
I
do.
feel you. You told me. You did tell me. Your lives, interviews are different than your videos. You did tell me that. You told a lot of people that. I saw your comments today. I had no idea, brother. No idea. So I do now. With this guy, this troll, I call him a troll. Here's what this is going to build up and answer your question. Trust me. So give me a second here and I'll give it to you. A troll is somebody that's trying to get attention. The very thing that they comment on other people's videos with. You're just trying to. You're an attention whore. You're blah blah blah. You're a loudmouth prick. There you go. That's what they do. We all know this. I'm not telling you or anybody else what they don't already know. It's pretty fucking clear what a troll does. Shit, dude. I thought, you know what? This just showed up. I'm thinking Roy. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to say it, Bobby. Bobby likes to have fun. That's why I said Bobby. I don't think he's a dick. I just think he likes to have fun. I think he likes the pot stirred. Why the fuck is he on YouTube if he doesn't like the pot stirred? Come on. So, I figured first Roy, then possibly Bobby. So I'm looking at this channel, it's commenting on my videos, and all of a sudden I get 15 more trolls. I'm like, this guy's on a roll. No, it's not a channel. It's not anything. Anybody that has a channel that doesn't post videos, that's why I even gave Lisa Shirley a little bit of credit. I mean, you can't see her face. Well, yeah, you can in one of them. But it's like so vague. It's like, you know what, though? You can actually download somebody else's video, post it up on your channel, and make it your own. Nobody knows who you are. They'll believe it for a minute. The difference is she said my channel name. So I kind of believe that. So that's where I go with this neutral. No videos. And then you look at them, it's like 2 subscribers. They joined a month ago. It's like, and the only people that hate me are anybody in the fucking lounge. Like, what do you guys think? Now, Robert Reese could be doing it. The Rev could be doing it. There's a few channels that have been supporting me for a while, which is to my surprise because I didn't come in here expecting to find people that had a voice that wasn't heard, but I sure the fuck found them. And it's like the pieces started fitting together. This guy right here is either Roy or Bobby. That channel, I don't have to think about it, Mr. Reese. I do not. I don't have to tell you how I feel about it. Because if I did, it'd be the same thing as saying, this is how I feel about Roy or Bobby. Now you know.
Okay. Fair enough there. Now, you said it earlier. You said the Rev is a little bit mad at you, and everything else like that. I saw the video earlier today, and people, I want to apologize also for my part because the communication part, I was involved with the miscommunication also, which, it was a trickle down effect. You know what I mean? It was turmoil for a little bit. And, you said some things about Rev. And like you said, Rev is probably upset with you. Now, were those things out of anger or spur of the moment? Or are those things that you had that you wanted to just get out there and get them out while you could now?
Well, this is the first time I'm going to say it out loud. I don't understand the question because I'm curious as to what your response is to me asking you, what did I say bad about the Rev?
Well, I'll go ahead. Well, me personally, me knowing the Rev, one of the things, he says he's gonna put videos out and he doesn't put them out and things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I get that. Okay, I privated that video, so I didn't know you saw it. And the reason I privated it, because I was trolling the lounge.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
Flex did comment on that video. I'm trying to figure things out because today was a rude awakening for me. I thought me and the Rev were boys, and he comes out with a video basically. I said basically blasting me, and you could tell he clearly wasn't happy with me because of the fact that I didn't show up on your live, and apparently I made him feel less than desirable to his audience. I'm like, dude, I didn't have shit to do with this. None of this was on purpose. I didn't know what the fuck was the fuck. I'm like, hey, man, he came out with he pulled a Miley Cyrus, came out like a wrecking ball. I was like, what the fuck, dude? So I wasn't mad at him, but I was like, damn, dude, this is all misguided. The whole thing was misguided. I just didn't expect the Rev to come at me in a public video. And so I came back with my knee jerk response and I privated it. Two reasons. First one was I was trolling Flex because I wanted to see where you guys really stood. Because I felt like I got played because the trolls made me believe that. And even, well, fuck, dude, that was a big live for Rev, and his comments shocked the shit out of me. Everybody was against me that likes the Rev, except for one person, and this is where it got me all jacked up. Lisa Shirley said, no, I saw where Torp said, can't do it until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was like, what the fuck? She's been hating on me like nobody's business, like it was her job. Now all of a sudden she's agreeing with me. And then Flex says, not Flex, sorry, that was me. Apologies, back up. That's when the Rev said he's been talking to Lisa Shirley on the phone and she's been hating on me way before any of this happened. I was like, God damn, that fucked me up, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and Flex got to have a private comment. I fucking did it again. Me and
Rev,
Rev have to have a private conversation because I don't know what the fuck train wreck happened when I was asleep, but something happened because, man, the Rev was ready to pounce on me right now. I was worried that he was listening to Lisa Shirley because, dude, she even turned her back on him in that comment section. She's like, boom, no, Torp has been saying I can't do it until after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I got played out to be a fucking no call, no show. I was like, did anybody else catch this? I told Rev, I got the text on my phone, but that's between me and Rev. I got him. I said it. There was only so many ways I could repeat it. And then I still got called out for no call, no show. I'm like, dude, I can't do that hour. I work 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on DoorDash. That's what I do. Unless I decide to take off early, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. But that was jacked up, dude, on every corner. So I want everybody to hear this. I'm going to say it one time. I'm going to say it short. The lounge is fucking with everybody. If you don't know you're being fucked by the lounge, good luck.
well, we all know the lounge is the actual Flex's channel. Flex has had his channel up for 4 years, and I was on the stream, the Social Blade yesterday, and he came in instantly with the amount of subs he has right now. And if you look at the Social Blade, it's the same line that goes across without even moving up for the past 4 years. And you know, they get a lot of trolls in there. They do all these things. Um, there's no growth there. A lot of people think it's a large channel, but there's no growth in the channel itself. All the views stay the same. For every 40 subs that's gained on the channel, another 40 is taken away within the same month. It shows it on Social Blade. So it comes out to a negative. So, I mean, an even. So there's 0 subs going in. So that's how you know it's troll central. They twist things up and they twist things up and they twist things up. Sometimes they'll talk about some things that make sense. Like when Dino gets on there, the Uber Eats Florida driver will speak about some stuff. They might have some stuff that makes some sense. You'll get other people at times that'll go in there and make some sense. But overall, the channel is put in place to try to run people off from making videos and run them out of the gig world so that they can just stay where they are. I got a news flash for the lounge. and everything else there. There's hundreds of thousands of gig people out there, and for the lounge to have in 4 years 2,500 subs, that's kind of fishy right there to have 2,500. And if you take a look, Flex has 1,600 uploads with 2,500 subs. And if he keeps up this pace, he's gonna have more videos uploaded than subscribers. And when that happens, people are gonna know that everything on there is bot, and we don't have to say anything else about that. And I'm gonna just leave that there. Now I'm gonna get into something now. People know that I did a video, and it was tailored towards you, maybe about a month ago. And it was when you were saying that you have trolls that have followed you, and they're gonna run havoc over the gig world. I took offense to that because I'm like, hey, I'm here in the gig world. What they gonna do? They gonna come at HotFacts like HotFacts can't defend themselves? And I put a video out. Um, I'm
I
pretty
remember
sure you
that.
saw it. It
Yeah.
wasn't a direct. I'm mad at Torp. I was just like, if someone's gonna open the gates, and I'm standing over there on the other side of the gates, that means they gonna run at me too. So I was just like, bring it. I want to elaborate on, you know, on those guys right there, the guys that you say gonna come in here and clean house. Um, and you said you're gonna sit back with the guys you trust, okay? And there are some guys that are gonna clean house. I want you to elaborate on the guys that are gonna be trying to come in here and clean house. Because I got to know about that. I got to know about that.
This one I like. Again, there's only been one that was in the gray area, the last one, but this one I like again. Um, Dude, look at I. I made a video about going live with you tonight, but the one before that, I think there were 7 channels that commented on that video of mine. 7.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been more saying the same thing. And I'm like, this is what they're doing. This is it. This is where it's going. We've told them a million times. You do realize that even negative, anything negative, a thumbs down, comments, fuck you, 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 all the way down, 20 and 30 of them. They are so bothered by you that they do that. So who's been trolled here exactly? Did the troll us or did we troll the troll? Because we are getting in the algorithm with all the negative comments. Everybody knows this. This is not news. But everybody gets off on trolls because trolls are kind of like the base of your channel. The more hate you get, the better off you are. So it kind of comes into play with me. You know what? I'm not saying anything necessarily popular. I'm not saying anything so factual that you'd go look at it to fix the washer in your basement to save a few bucks. I'm saying what people don't always like to hear. But I'm not saying it to piss them off. I'm saying it to point out something that I see. And I don't like it. Sometimes I point out what I do like. But I go both ways. I'm not here to piss somebody off. I'm not here to stroke their tail. I'm here to say, y'all want to have a conversation? Well, then let's fucking have one. Do not leave negative comments unless you want me to get more popular, because you know the fuck I see what they are. I don't give a fuck about them, but thanks anyway. You just picked me up in the algorithm. Dude, I've been seeing
Okay.
this for a fucking while. It's like, if you want to be somebody on YouTube, you got to go to Flex's channel to be a popular troll. He has trolls that are working for him because he talks to them on the phone. He texts with them. They share life stories. They're cyber lovers. So what are they going to do? They're going to say, I got 6 more accounts to go with those 6 accounts. I will fuck his ass up. I got you, Flex. What does Flex think? I'm fucking stupid?
Mm. Now, this one right here, it seems like people flag your channel quite often. Do you have any idea who might be responsible for flagging your channel?
I'll be honest with you. I would suspect somebody from my past before I would expect anybody in this community.
Okay. Okay. Fair
Some people
enough.
don't know how to let shit go. And those people will haunt me for the rest of my cyber life. Facts.
Gotcha.
Facts.
Those are hot facts, right? Those are hot facts right there. You keeping it real.
That was a hot fact, brother. That was a hot fact.
Some enemies stay for a long time. You know, they don't just let
It's
bygones be
gonna,
bygones. They want to keep
brother.
going.
It's gonna bury them alive. I will be rent free in their brain until their heart stops beating.
Mm. Now, you got a guy out there that you share uh a similar feeling about. Dude goes by the name of Mr. Multiple Personalities, Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Now, I feel a certain way about this guy. He was one of the guys that and I still have his I think it's the second highest live that he's ever had when he interviewed me when I had 50 subs. Um and they gave me flowers. Him and Hannibal told me how good I was. They took me through the circuit until they figured out that I'm my own news channel and I'm against the no tip, no trip and how they treat the customers and all this stuff. Then they tried to gang up on me and I have to go to war with all those guys. I feel, I don't like the guy that much. I got a common respect because he knows how to put his videos out and he has a following and things like that. I gotta respect that. I can't hate on that. Other than that right there, I just can't stand the guy. I want you to why do you feel the way you do about Pedro Dortrash Santiago?
You motherfucker. You motherfucker, you. That was good. Man, sometimes you remind me of me in certain ways. Trust me, I'm being honest. That was some cold, very cold, dark humor. I loved it. I'll tell you what, it's real simple for me. I've mentioned this in videos before. I think that's where Lisa Shirley actually got it right today. I came onto YouTube to find out how to fucking do DoorDash. That's what I did. I had no clue about anything. I said, well, YouTube's a great spot to find some fucking info. You just got to learn how to sort through the bullshit. I got played. That everybody was talking about me getting played today. We're not going to go there. It's already squished. But everybody was talking about me playing you or you played me, whatever the fuck it was. I've never felt this played. And believe me, brother, I have been played hard in 2 decades on YouTube. I've never been played as hard as when I watched Pedro DoorDash Sandy tell me how to do it. I listened to him. I was making money. I figured some shit out. He was a help. It wasn't 8 months later. He's telling me to get a backup plan. Get the fuck out of here. This place sucks. Then he buys a house, and then he does this, and then he does that. He's glorifying himself, and he's on all these panels. I'm like, does anybody else see what I'm seeing here? He's getting off on the fact that he's inadvertently being negative. Because when you tell people to have a backup plan, get off DoorDash, it's not for you, it's not a full time gig. I disagree, by the way. But it wasn't a disagreement that I had with what he was saying that pissed me off. It was the fact that you're going to build a motherfucker up and tell him to jump ship. I just learned how to fucking drive this ship. Now I got to get out. That's when I realized he was running ads. Every single pissed off or confused person in the gig community watches Mr. 40,000 views. What are they going to see? Get out. I was like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? You're going to butt fuck me, but no reach around? That's bullshit. I lost respect for him when he did that. He commented on my video when I said that. He hasn't been back since. You know why? Because I called him out for real, just like everybody else that you watched me do. I am not a live troll. I'm calling shit out.
Mm. Well, that is right on, right there. Now I'm gonna ask you a question, and for those of you in the live, I know Roy said it's gonna be a great live stream, emergency on this clown ass shit. Everyone knows that every single one of my interviews that I do, they are not meant for everyone to be joining in because I won't be able to ask the questions that I want to ask to the person being interviewed. When the interview is done, everyone knows that I may open up the link and let you guys come on in if you guys have any questions and things like that. But during the actual interview, everyone gets the same respect. I don't care who it is and how you feel about the person. Okay. Now, now that you know you've been here on Hot Facts, and hopefully this interview changed your perception on me from what people may have told you, and you're like, nah, I'm on here for real, and my man knows what he's doing. So um, now that you're on here from the videos you've seen, and I ask this question to everyone when I interview them for the very first time. What do you feel about Hot Facts? First of all, when did you first find out about Hot Facts? What did you feel then? And after being on here, what do you feel now?
Ooh, another good one. I found you by the Rev. And to put it eloquently, which is the way it needs to be delivered, I remember looking at a couple of your videos right off the bat because the Rev sent me to you. Dude, you're smart. You're smart. You got game. You got attitude. You speak it fluently. I thought, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't even matter about if you agree with the message or not. Guy's got game. He's intelligible. He's talking about something I know about. Fucking loved it. I was like, cool. That I'm down. Rev did me straight again. I guess what my secondary issue was, because the first one was super positive, was when you were on the lounge and you were talking about the lounge like I did. I was like, they just keep making fun of you after you leave. They even make videos about you after you leave. I'm like, I guess my problem was is I didn't see where you saw that, and it bothered me. I'm like, does he not see this? You know what I mean? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing Rev said for months was the Rev and Reese and Torp joke, stupid. I'm like, wait a minute. All the Rev's doing is being positive, and all Reese is doing is trying to share he's like this guy that's trying to like do something that's educational on a level that you can respect. It's like that's what's going on. I don't have to watch 18 videos. I can just watch Reese and know what's going on. Just hoping you keep it real,
Mm-hmm.
which you have. That's why I'm still here.
Now, being on the show, what's your thoughts after being on this show and on this interview?
Well, my thoughts is that I didn't know after the first fiasco that we both went through earlier, which we're not going to get back into that because that's already old news. I didn't know what to expect. And I like going into things that way. I think that's why we dash and do gig work. We don't know what to expect. Every moment's different, unlike a W 2 Domino's Roy. So, what I'm getting at is this show actually was a very nice awakening. I don't really care what you prove to other people, but you proved something to me. And I said it in my last video. I was hoping something would happen, and it did. I just found somebody real with some damn good facts in this community. I'm grateful to you, man. I appreciate you having me. That was worth my time.
Well, I thank you for that. I thank you for that. My whole thing is I have a passion for reporting the news, and I have a lot of videos up, but a lot of my lives for the first like 8 months here in YouTube, I would have about 7 to 8 different news articles, delivery drivers getting robbed, getting rewards, DoorDash paying for people's um college and things like that. And the other drivers were not respecting it. And I was like, well, you guys say that, what's going on in the gig world. So I've never stopped covering that stuff. But I have a passion for doing the news, a passion for conducting interviews, and it's something that I really believe that these gig tubers or YouTubers, and I interview people in other categories, other walks of life also. I believe that if you are going to be up here putting videos out, trying to gain subscribers and do all this other stuff, you should be answering questions because people are watching the things that you are doing. And I felt that conducting the interviews would be a great way so that the viewers can learn about the other people out there. Which is why I got the Tanner Markleys, the Pedros, the Hannibals, the rideshare rodeos, the UDMs, the dashing traders. I've gotten them all in before they knew that I was not like them. Now that they know I'm not like them, a couple of them won't come back because they know the questions that I will ask are questions that they do not want to answer. So they are afraid to get in this seat right here because someone actually knows how to do it. And that's why I do these interviews. I want people to know about everybody out there. Your viewers, your subscribers deserve that. And especially if you are doing wild stuff out there, why not answer a question from the official news channel that covers everything? And I will not stop doing this. It will keep going. My videos will keep going and going and going. Um, yeah, and it is what it is. The past 9 days, I've been at about 4,000 views every day for the past like not 9 days. Average is about 2,000 views a day is what I get. I go viral. It seems like every 2 or 3 months I get a video that goes viral. So that brings more attention into the gig world there. Um, so, this channel is here to showcase everything out there, keep the news fresh. We got the Hollywood gig news. That's for all the drama. And then we got real news. And then we got interviews. I want to thank you for coming on. Now, this is where it's going to get a little bit fun here. This is where it's going to get a little bit fun here. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and you just give me your answer, okay? And they're going to be real quick, okay? Hamburger or hot dog?
Chicken wing.
Chicken wing. All right. Now, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I guess it depends on if you work for Bud Light.
Ooh, that was a good one there. Okay, so this next one, basketball or football?
Football.
Okay. All right. Rain or snow?
How about sleep in and see another
He said sleep in and see
and see another
another.
day?
All right now. Now my dream car 69 Nova raised up with a 454 going through it. What's your dream car? What's your favorite car of all time?
Oh, snap. I guess you probably already know this. I'm a car guy. That's a tough fucking call. All right, I got it for you. 72 Ford Pantera.
Ooh,
You
okay.
pushed me. You pushed me. That was a toughie.
Okay.
That was a tough.
Okay.
There's a
All
shit
right.
ton
No.
of them, but yeah. Mm.
If if you had a choice to listen to one of these three genres of music for the rest of your life, which one would it be? We got jazz, we got blues, or we got classic rock?
Blues.
Blues. Okay. All right now. Now we're gonna keep this up, and I do this with everyone on interviews. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here. Let me hit this button here. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me hit this right here. Okay, let me hit this right here. Go ahead. Come on now. Let me hit this. Come on now. Hurry on up. Hurry on up. Hurry on up. Now let me hit this button right here. Let me hit post a comment here. Let me hit this here. Come on now. Hurry on up. Hurry on up. Did it go? All right, now I just dropped the link right now. If anyone out there has any questions for myself or Torp, go ahead and click the link. Click the link if you have any questions for myself or Torp. The link is up there. Now, just know that if you guys have any questions, you guys do appear up here. The rules on Hot Facts is you have to show your face. You can't get up here and have just a screen up. You got to show your face. Got to make sure that you are a real person. I will not let you up. Also, let's go
Hey,
ahead and
Reese. Reese. Reese.
get these thumbs up. Go ahead, Torp.
Reese. I gotta say something on what you just said. Try to remember this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. No face is the same as no tip. No tip, no trip. No face, no response.
We got Ghost in the house. Ghost, you got some questions out there. Go ahead, shoot them off.
Hey, Torp, I know earlier I've been watching the whole entire live. Now, your markets, is it more shop and delivers than food orders? I know you said you were at a low AR rate, but, do you see, being the fact that you decline restaurant orders, are you getting more shop and delivers? To
Yes.
have you on that top dasher, quote unquote, dash anytime on that program. And what stores are you seeing the most orders from?
Boom. Okay. Yep. I'm seeing more shop and delivers than ever before. I'm assuming that's because of the prioritized. But what's interesting is they also tell you that not only are you a top dasher when you get this for 1 week, but they also say the next screen over, if you swipe, you are prioritized for more orders when it's slow.
Okay,
The catch
so
of that is no. The catch of that is that they all suck. Every last one of them suck.
I
That's
got you.
why
So
my acceptance rate is so low.
you're going to get a few good shop and delivers, and then the rest of them are going to suck ass.
Not always, but more than not.
I got you. I was just wondering that. You know, Reese, I went back to a W-2, and I do DoorDash probably about 2-3 times a week. I'm out here doing it tonight, and I've made $75 in 2 hours. I had two large orders, and that's it. The rest, I don't care anymore because I've got paycheck coming in. But um, what I can say is what I've watched so far. And Reese, I know you probably seen some of my comments and all that in your channel tonight in the live text. You guys are doing a great thing, getting out there, having these interviews, talking things out, and coming down to common sense. You guys are doing great. And I applaud you. My hat is off to you, Torp. My hat is off to you, Reese. And, I got the bald head, you don't. But
Oh yeah.
but I look forward to having interactions with you guys and everybody on the gig world. And, it's just if we don't get out there and try to talk our experiences with everybody that's out there. And Reese, you do the news, you do the hot facts. I watched your video when there was that car that was flipped over on its side. You know, that's news. It's news. You have a couple different outlets, which is great. It's great content. It's great for everybody. Watch it, but the only thing, and I'll shut up after this, the only thing that I would like to see within the gig community is let's everybody, I don't care who it is, I don't care if it's Flex, I don't care if it's Pedro, I don't care if it's Roy, let's all just get along and stop all this bullshit nonsense and the lounge. Just stop it all. Let's all get along and help each other out. If we're not going to help each other out, we're fighting against each other, and that doesn't need to happen.
I feel you there, but I do. I mean that. I actually feel you there.
You know what I'm saying, Tor?
I just don't see it happening.
It's not going to happen because there's always going to be animosity between 1 and 1, or 1 and 3, 1 and 5. There's always going to be animosity. But let's put like hot facts. What he does a great thing. He puts the real news out there. He brings the real updates out there. Let's all join, everyone, and stop all this nonsense and 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 be brotherhood. Be a brotherhood and sisterhood, because we have female dashers out there. Let's all join together and let's nip all this nonsense, bullcrap, bullshit in the butt and start sharing strategies on how to do stuff.
That's a great.
I'm going to revert from what I'm going to say, but that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but that's a great message. It is, and I found
let's all be a
fault.
brother and sisterhood. Let's do it.
The problem is, well, you've been in this community longer than I have. You got Roy. I'm sorry, man. That may be a harp, but it's a real harp. You got Roy. You got people other than Roy
Okay,
that
so
will not stop.
I,
They're not
well,
gonna
well,
stop. They're
well,
getting
well,
paid not to stop. They're actually getting paid not to stop.
I
Their reason
understand
is
that.
different than Reese's. Reese's get. I didn't mean Reese's like that. Reese gets paid, but he's
Correct.
getting paid for actually some good work.
Well, yeah,
These guys
he's getting
aren't.
paid for great work.
They're not. They're not getting
Okay,
paid for good work. They're getting paid for being nasty.
okay. I understand you, Torp, on that. Like with Roy, yes, I follow his channel. I like Roy as a person. I follow Roy for the adventures that he goes on. I don't follow him on the quote unquote gig part. And Roy, if you're still watching, that's just my thoughts. Everybody is opinionated to their own thoughts. I'm not calling you out. I'm not saying you're good. I'm not saying you're bad. I consider you a acquaintance because I don't know the man personally, but I would like to go on one of his little cave diving adventures. But I understand what you're saying, Torp, is that there's people out there that are always negative about somebody else's video, somebody else's channel, calling them out, whether it be Pedro, Trash Santiago, Door Trash, whatever, Flex, anybody. I'll put my personal number out there for somebody to call me. I'll talk. I got massive cojones. All right. So I don't mind talking to somebody. But
Well, my thing is that the first thing I heard from the fucking lounge was DoorDash Revolution and Reese. Docs
okay.
droppers. Man, Rev's had my number for damn near 8 months. Not one of those fools in the lounge have ever called me.
Yeah. How many times
These
has
guys
Rev
ain't no
called you?
docs droppers, dude. Besides, they ain't stupid. That's actually, unlike 15 years ago on here, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually illegal to do it. You can get some little jacked up, maybe a speeding ticket, but you don't need that either.
But
You
that's
can't
but
do
that's what
that
I
shit
was
no more.
saying Torp earlier. I was saying this earlier that if there was documents and people dropping docs, the miscommunication that happened earlier would not have happened, and you know what I mean. And there was a miscommunication because there's no sharing of the documents, and that was a clear show right there that does not happen, and it sucks
No,
because something crazy happened, but you can
take it.
always take something good out of something, and I'm gonna
I'll
take
take
that
good
good
ass
out of
something
that.
right now. Check this out. I'll take good ass something right now. The Rev is not happy with me, and he still hasn't dropped my dogs. Boom.
Mm.
That's
Red's
how
not
fucked
happy
up
with
Flex is.
me.
That's how fucked up Flex is. They always told me, always cherry pick. They're gonna drop docs. They drop docs. They drop docs. Rev isn't even happy with me right now. I'm not mad at him, but he's mad at me. That's a different story. Rev and I will work that on our own. He is not happy, and everybody knows it. He still ain't done it.
But that's
So
cherry
Flex is a
picking
little
all
bit
them
more full of
bystander
shit than
number
I
one.
originally thought Flex was. He calls me a fucking troll number 5. I call him the pyramid of trolls. That motherfucker's in a spaceship just watching his people do his work. It's kind of
Woo!
ridiculous.
Well, with that being said, we've been on for about an hour and a half, an hour and 35 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this. We do this
Yep.
thing called final words, Torp. So since you are the guest, you're gonna go last. Ghost, go ahead and give your final words.
All of us gig workers, all of us dashers. Doesn't matter if you have a W-2 and work a full-time job and do this on the evenings or you do this full-time. Number one, respect the customer. Number two, respect the restaurant. Number three, get there and do it with an urgency. Do not speed, do not break local laws. Get out there and do the right thing. Make sure they have everything. Double check the order. And number four, respect other gig workers, because you do not know what they're going through in that day, in that particular time. You might be above them, you might be below them. So have respect for your fellow, and yes, we're all teammates. And be a safe manner, protect yourself. Watch the areas that you go into. There's a lot of areas here in Memphis, Tennessee that you don't know what's going to happen. You might be one, robbed, two, shot, but have respect for everybody and be a friend to everybody. Have that smiling face and give that love, because you don't know what it's going to come back to you in return down the road. Somebody might come out and do something for you. That's my final words, Reese. Reese, I appreciate this live. Thank you for letting me on. Torp, you're an amazing person. And what you're doing, Reese, what you're doing, keep it up. And let's stop all this nonsense. Thank you.
All right, now, Torp, floor is yours. Final words.
I'd like to elaborate on what he said, and then I'm going to twist it into what I'm thinking. We are co-workers. At the end of the day, each and every video, each and every comment, all shorts, we are co-workers at the end of the day. That's what we are. We don't know it. Some people don't want to admit it. But how can you argue? So when I see videos that pop up that I disagree with, and I make comments on them, or I make a video response, it may come off as hate. It may come off as controversial. But I think that's been a lost artifact that I'm trying to bring back. A man should be able to take somebody being real with them and listening to them, taking the heartache that they were wrong in this person's opinion, and maybe what they can do to improve themselves, or at least dig into what they're talking about. Because if one of your YouTubers, real ones, not these trolls, if one of those people see you in a negative light, it is possible that your customers do too. So when I go and I troll, as I used to call it back in the old day, trolling was just scouting, looking for videos, trying to find people talking about the same thing I was. You pick up on the negativity quick. You pick up on the people that are in the middle, and then you pick up on the high rollers. Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago. And you start putting the shit together. It's like, wait a minute. This isn't why I came here. But it's why I'm here now. There's a lot of shit wrong, bad messages. And those bad messages, in my opinion, stem from the lounge, which is telling you that you're stupid and that you're slow and that you have no content because they don't like what you said. That is not a conversation. That is a dictatorship. And that's what I've been calling out. And on my last word, I will continue to do so.
Well, all right. I love those. I love those. Thank you for your final words. People, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you off with my final words right here. If you guys or if anyone was brand new coming in and watching this interview, I hope you respect the interview that you guys did witness. Hopefully you guys tune in for more interviews. Let everybody else know out there how these interviews go. let them know that, hey, maybe you should want to go and appear on Hot Facts and get interviewed. Keep your mind open, keep your mind open, and keep your mind open. A closed mind will make you go nuts. And with that being said, people, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Okay? Peace out. See you guys later. Torp, thank you.
No, thank you, Reese. It was a pleasure.
All right, now we out of here, people. Time to go. Time to go dash now.